Welcome to my weekly updates. I'm Jason Halstead, and it's Saturday, May 4th. It's still a little dark outside, and there's already people setting up for a neighborhood garage sale. For me, this is like the setup of a horror story. I'd hoped to mow my lawn today and then hide inside the rest of the day, but my wife woke up thinking, hey, what can I sell? So, wish me luck. On happier places, the ones we create in our imagination, this week saw a couple releases on Patreon and one on YouTube. For science fiction, there's Leverage, Part 2. Finishes off that story, unless I decide to write a Part 3. And for fantasy, I released a short story called Blossoms in the Void. On YouTube, I uploaded the fantasy story, The Shroud of Destiny. I also worked on new stuff, a return to Kalinar with the story Profit Margin. Kalinar is a series in a modern fantasy world that's sort of what I imagine a cross between steampunk and Harry Potter would be like. Except everybody has access to the magic, nothing's hidden. The story is called Profit Margin, and it picks up right after Infusion, which is where two of the characters, Ghoul and Kimber, ran across a monstrous creature that was worshipped by a cult of crazy people. And they found out that their deity they worshipped really wasn't a deity after all, but he was very hungry, and that didn't fare well for them. So Profit Margin picks up with them having escaped this creature, only to find that their path takes them in the same direction as it went, which is towards a city full of people and the airship that they're trying to get back to. So I hope to have that wrapped up soon, so it'll be ready for the June 1st release on Patreon. Once that's done, I'm thinking I'll go back into my Fall of Valoon series, which is another fantasy setting, and the next one will be the ending episode in that story arc. I won't go into details. Make your reader listen to it instead. But that is a great segue into my YouTube updates. So I picked up another AI voice generating app just this past week. The cheapest plan I could get on there. It's called 11 Labs, and I really like it so far. It's got some very cool features to it, and the interface is very slick. I'm not sure if it's better than my old one, Lovo, or not, but they both have strengths and weaknesses. I do like a lot of the voices in this, though, so I used it to test it out by doing the first part of the Fall of Valoon series, and that will be going live on YouTube this coming week. Unfortunately, because I did have to go with the cheap plan, I only have a few characters left, or a few thousand, and that will get me enough that I can release a short story called The Sword. It's a fantasy story, horror about a cursed sword, which kind of seems obvious. But the story itself isn't necessary for the rest of my World of Croth books, but it is a neat little kind of like a prequel sort of thing for things that happen that explain other connections to other stories. Of course, all of those I hope to one day get up on YouTube too, but I've got to pace myself because I can only have so much I can do at a time, and they take a lot of time to convert into audiobooks. Anywhere from an hour for a short story to maybe several hours for these novellas I've been doing, or I haven't done a full novel yet. That'll take probably a couple days. It's kind of scary, but I'm enjoying too. It's fun, and I like making these things available for people. But I would love to do more. So when my other AI voice gen app, Lovo, refreshes in a week or so, I'll be back working on that one. And hopefully my next release there is going to be in my Vengeance in the Void Space Pirates series. More on that probably next week in my update. So I want to do more, but I need bigger, better, and more expensive plans to do that. So with all that time I spent on these things, and I just want to give you guys more stuff to listen to and enjoy. Is it too much to ask for just a simple like and subscribe in return, please? So thank you for watching, listening, and hoping to see what mistakes I'll make this week. That's all I've got, so I hope to see you next week.